Hey folks, impromptu Friday fun here because I've got the Elta Music Solar 50, which is the Big Ambient Machine. This is a 50 oscillator sort of drone machine. And I've got that paired up with the DrumBrute Impact and the Nightsky, which we've also just reviewed. You can check that out. There's quite a few bits and pieces on there. In fact, we've got some extra stuff on our Patreon, which in case you haven't heard about it, patreon.com/Sonicstate, you'll be able to find extra video content there that we don't post anywhere else. So if you're looking for some extra tidbits, maybe something to see you over the Thanksgiving weekend, check it out. In fact, you've got till December the 1st. If you sign up now, you won't get charged till the 1st. So I shouldn't tell you this, but if you want to, you can sneaky get the free stuff and then decide what you want to do after that. That's all I'm going to say. So this is really, it took me a while to set this up because this Solar 50 is a bit of a monster. Each individual voice, which is, there are 10 of them, has 5 oscillators each. So there's 50 total. There's also a little effect selector. What I've got is the wet out, which is the voices on the left-hand side, which are 1 to 5, going into the filter and the cartridge effect selector, and then the voices on the right hand side coming out of the dry output and going into the Nightsky, which I say we've just reviewed. I'm also using the DrumBrute Impact to trigger various things like the gate and also the filter and various other things, but I'll play, maybe if I play a bit and you can see what we're doing. So here we go. It's quite hard to tune up, so I do apologise if there's anything that offends you. So let me start the drum machine. Let's see how it goes. I'm using this T to add with a stackable. The low pass filter on this. This is the FM voice on the DrumBrute coming out a bit more. Tuned to single notes really. These are chords. So just a little bit more about the patch. Take that out of drone. So left-hand sides are chords. Like I say, it is quite hard to trigger. I'm also triggering the envelope of the low note from, I think it's the snare drum actually, out of the trigger, out of the DrumBrute Impact. Then I've got a T-trig. Triggering the filter. Also, I'm taking the snare out and triggering via the envelope follower, triggering the filter as well. So I've got double. So then I've got, what else is going on? Yeah, I've got more sort of single notes on this side. Going into the night sky. It's quite a harsh, brash sound. I haven't quite figured out this. There's not much soundscaping on this. I mean, the Solar 50, these 50 oscillators, I mean, while there's a lot of way to blend them, they are just basically sawtooths. And you do get rough envelopes. But incidentally, these little things here are sort of modulation, light sensitive modulation things, which are a little bit hit and miss. Some very interesting concepts on this synth. I mean, it's Russian. There is some similarity with the Lyra 8, though this is obviously much more largesse. I would say sonically it's perhaps not as flexible in terms of the tone of the sound, but in terms of the amount of notes you can certainly breathe. So I thought I'd just try and integrate it into something musical, which was hence why I've done this rather sudden impromptu thing. Also, though, you get these little cartridges which you can pop into the cartridge effect selector. These are sort of programmed DSP effects. It's all mono, rather sadly, but some really interesting sounds going into this. I think this is a pitched sort of delay. Quite an interesting concept. Yeah, so that's kind of it really. I mean, I say it's quite simple, but there are 3 things, whereas normally I might only do 2. So the DrumBrute Impact is just doing triggering and has got a rough pattern, which I suppose if I just play this. That's the pattern it's playing. But then that's coming in via the mixer. Anyway, I'll carry on and play out. I hope this maybe inspires you after if you're in the States, your Thanksgiving largesse and you're digesting all that lovely food, and maybe you're searching for bargains online, who knows, but I'll leave you to it, and perhaps you may be tempted to fire up a few instruments and play something yourself and just do something to entertain yourself for the rest of the day.